The next level of nerds. Nerds Gummy Clusters. A crunchy outside with a sweet gummy center. Nerds, shake things up.
Hello, hello. What's going on? What's going on? All right. Time to continue on with Jojo the dog. Hello, hello. How are you? I can try to remember. So I invite like the first like 15 people that pop up. So I just followed you. So like maybe next time you might pop up as one of the first ones. It's usually like the people that I like either like recently connect with or like recently talk to is usually like the people that pop up first. So I just kind of go bloop, 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 and just send it to the first 15 people. But hit that notification bell. And then also I have a pinned video that has my like live schedule. It pretty much doesn't change like from week to week. And if it does, like I'll talk about it on my lives. But I go live the same times on the same days usually. So yeah. So hit that notification bell. I'll try and like send it out to you. It's hard to remember everybody's usernames. But if I see your username, I'll click it. But yeah, I go live the same time. Like Mondays and Tuesdays is usually about 6:30 to 8 o'clock at night, my time, Eastern Standard. And then Wednesdays is like 2 or 3, but usually around 2 until basically whenever I feel like it. And then I don't go live on Thursdays or Sundays usually, but if you see me live, it's usually a surprise live. So, and then Friday and or Saturday around 2 or 3 until 5, but it's usually both days unless I have something going on. The bloop bloop. Hi everyone. You love my rings? Thanks. Or my ring. Thanks. Either way, thank you. So we're just working on the fine little dotting details before we flip it around and work our way down the face. We'll see how long, it takes. I want to say, I don't know, that we're probably not going to finish it tonight. We'll get close, I would think. I think that we're definitely going to have to finish this one off tomorrow. So we'll start the live with that. And then, depending on if I get the delivery from 24 Hour Crafts, I thought I was going to get it today, but I think just the holiday the federal holiday kind of messed everything up. So I'm hoping I get that tomorrow because then we can start the other custom. But if I don't have that tomorrow, I was thinking we could paint some like keychains and badge reels. Kind of give ourselves a little breaky break from these bigger wooden pieces, and then I can work on restocking some things. I mean, I got a couple badge reels restocked, and then I ran out of the badge reel part of it. So like I have a handful of ones that I need to glue. You want to see? So here are some, I don't know, maybe some of them might be keychains. I haven't decided yet, but most of them I think are going to be badge reels. They just need the badge reel portion of it. So there's this one, which I think is interesting. And then we have some like sunflowers and like a daisy kind of moment. And neon rainbow, purple, and like silver and blue. And then I have a couple others that I made into actual badge reels. So like this one is new, this one's new. I already showed you these guys. This one, that one. So yeah, I have a show coming up in May, and I have a feeling that, it seems like it's going to be a popular show. I don't know. They just emailed me today saying that they were like completely full, and that they were like extending spots to like outside, and so like if I wanted to be outside to like let them know and blah blah blah. So I'm trying to kind of get my butt moving to work on like the smaller things so that, you know, I have stuff in my booth or on my tables, whatever. So gotta restock lots of keychains, like letter keychains, and, you know, basically all the small things that I was running low on come like holiday season, but just like didn't have time to do. Thanks. Yeah, well, I have bad reels. I'm sure I'll be making more, but, you know, they're coming. They're coming. Slowly but surely. So yeah, maybe we might work on some tomorrow. I guess it really just depends on if I get my 24-hour crafts delivery or not, because if I do, then I have to do a custom. But if I don't get it tomorrow, we'll work on that kind of stuff. What do you guys think? Change it up a little bit? Change it up a little bit. Oh, stupid ad.
There are state and local taxes, rates for 11,000 jurisdictions, rates for...
Oh yeah, then those badge reels would be perfect for you.
And sometimes
Hello, hello. How's everybody's Tuesday going? It got real cold. It was nice and warm earlier today, and by warm I mean like in the 50s, but it was sunny, so it felt really warm. And then I am freezing now. I was outside, I didn't have my coat on, and I'm like, oh, it's cold. But it's gonna be 70 degrees on Thursday here, or at least that's what they say. So I guess we'll see. I still really want snow though. Like, we really haven't had a good snow, and I just feel like we can't go into spring and summer without really getting snow. Like, it feels wrong. Like, something's wrong. All right, Ad, I'm over it. Come on. No, I didn't. I'm about to like submit an entirely new request to get them to answer me, because I've literally sent 2 requests, which is weird because they're usually really good about responding. So like, I don't know what the heck happened. I might also send them a message here on TikTok, because that's how like they originally got a hold of me whenever they we kind of traded some goods, as in I, you know, made a video of my shit and they sent me product. So, oh wow, look at you guys go. You guys are just tapping that screen. So yeah, I'll probably email or message them on here, because that's the like CEO or whatever. So hopefully, it's just hard because they're in China, and so like if I message them, like they're not going to get back to me until like super late tonight. And if I'm up, I'll respond, but then I'll respond during the daytime, and then they're sleeping, and it's just annoying. I just really want to make sure that your stickers like look good, you know, because that would really suck if, you know, we ordered them a certain way and then they never, like, they came, but like it wasn't exactly what you were looking for. Like, I know it's not that expensive, but you know, it's about like, you know, a few week wait time from like when you order them. So I only want to place the order once, if that makes sense. Ooh, you're getting ice tomorrow? Yeah, no, I want snow, but you guys can leave the ice. Thank you very much. Ooh. Scott just sent me a screenshot of the crumble menu for this week. And like, I don't know, crumble, it's good and it's bad at the same time. Like, it just really depends on the flavor. Like, they're very overrated, but some stuff is like really good. But they have a cinnamon toast crunch cookie, which is probably going to be freaking fire. He just sent me the menu. And birthday cake, that one's probably, you know, decent as well. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Lisa, like I said, I just want to make sure that we get it to you like right the first go round, you know? Because it's not gonna like waste your money, because they'll like, you know, fix their issues, but it's the wait time that's the annoying part. At least personally, like if I'm gonna wait for something, the worst thing in the world is opening it after you wait for a couple weeks and then it's wrong. And you're like, damn it. Oh, hey guys, I officially finished the color shift collection. I got the last ones today, and I was missing 3, not 2. So there are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. There are 22 color shifts, not 21. So I broke down. I got the pastel yellow because, like, you know, whatever. I had some like stuff from Michael's, like, you know, like monies. So I got the pastel yellow, we got the orange, and then I got the pink, which I don't know. I mean, it'll probably not going to use these buns very much, but at least I can say I have all of them, you know? At least I can say, oh, I have all of them. But yeah, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have like a $5 voucher or whatever from them. I feel like I like the other playlist that I was listening to like last week. I think I like it better than this one, to be honest. Part of me is like, can I just like go back? Yeah.
Switch to Fios. Plans start at just $25 a month with select 5G unlimited plans. Hard to believe Mint's new family.
So today when I woke up, I went on Facebook, you know, I check my social medias as soon as I wake up, and I'm in a couple like dot art groups on Facebook, and one of the ones that I really like is the Dot Art for Beginners group on Facebook, and it was my favorite one to be in when I first started dotting, because everybody's like super nice and helpful, and you know, and I don't post much in there anymore because I mean, some of you guys have heard, like some lady like got pissed off that I posted something and said that I shouldn't be in this group and that I'm too good and blah blah blah. And even though people came to my defense, like still it just makes me uncomfy. So I just kind of watch from the sidelines. But anyway, so I saw that I was tagged in something, and so I like went on today, and the first thing I saw was my pink and purple cat that I made. And I originally thought like someone was like taking credit for my work, and I was like about to like throw hands, and then I like read it, and she was like, this is not my work, but like how did they do it, how do they get it so shiny? But I was like, you know, up for like 2 seconds, and I was about to be like, excuse me, oh yeah, that was you. Yeah, sure. Oh yay, I'm glad you like it. Where did I put the butterfly? It's not done yet. So maybe we should finish this tomorrow. If I don't, so we'll finish this, and then we'll do the other custom as long as it arrives. But if it doesn't arrive, we'll finish this after this. I don't know. We got a couple things to do. But yeah, here it is. I like the color shifts on it. I think it's doing a good job. So, yeah, I kind of want to fill in a little bit more of this area. And then, of course, like, this area needs to be full as well. I know I was going to choose violins because, like, listen, I've never had, knock on wood, I've never had anyone, like, steal my art before. And, like, I was not about to let someone take credit for, like, that, because I was super proud of that one. I mean, all these animals that I've been doing recently, obviously I didn't make up, you know, how to do this, but like really, there really aren't that many people that are doing this, you know, and if they are, a lot of them are doing it because, you know, they watch me and, you know, whatever, which I'm fine with, but I'm not fine with people taking credit for other people's work. So that's what I thought was happening. So, and I'm not a violent person, but you know, the emotion that I felt, because like there were so many people liking it, and I was like, excuse me, what? But no, and then I read it, and you know, she said it a couple times, like, this is not my art. But I thought that they were gonna, I thought that's what they were doing. I'm back. Yes. Every Monday and Tuesday, you can count on me to be here around this time. Wednesday's a little bit earlier, like 2-ish, 3-ish until about 6. Sometimes later if I feel like it. But yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays are always very similar time-wise. These are like my shorter lives, I guess. It's usually about an hour, hour and a half. Then the other ones are like anywhere from like 3+ usually. 3 to 4 hours, I would say. Maybe. I know I got a couple followers. Because there were a couple of my followers on there that were like, oh, I follow her on TikTok. She's so nice. She goes live all the time. And she'll help you if you ask questions. So, you know, then I was like, it's me. Hello. And so I know I got like a few more followers out of it. But oh, I'm here now. You didn't really miss too much. I mean, obviously we started this one, but it was mostly just coloring it in. I had already kind of sketched out the features since this is a custom order, so I did that ahead of time to make sure that, like, you know, it looked the way the person wanted it to. But I'll show you. I actually just posted a video about it. Probably about 10-15 videos down, but I should have a picture. Hold on. It was not good. I don't have any of it. I threw it out. But please do not get discouraged. Please. That's one of my tips when people are like starting out. I always say, like, give yourself some time to get used to it, because, you know, chances are you're not going to be producing some high quality art right away. It's going to take you a few weeks to a couple months, depending on how often you dot, like how long, like if you do it every day for like a couple minutes or, you know, hours, all that kind of stuff. So it really does take a lot of practice. But then once you get like the basics down, like, you're good to go. But please don't get frustrated with yourself. We've all been there. We've all started from somewhere. Okay, so here was my very first piece. So obviously, not good. We have a lot of bleeding together of the dots, and just my walking dots look like total like crap. But this is my first piece. And then this is my second piece. I know it's a little blurry, but again, you can see how all the dots are running together, but I was using a metallic, so like I didn't know any better at the time. This was one of the pieces that, like, I was starting to get the hang of it, you know. It's still like not great, but I was starting to get the hang of it. And then this one too, starting to get the hang of it. So trust me when I say, like, you will get there. It's just, you're gonna, you know, have to work at it a little bit, and just don't let yourself get discouraged. Please. Because it's not that easy to pick up. There's a lot of things that you kind of have to, like, teach yourself a little bit, before, you know, you can get something that you think looks good. And also remember that stuff that you don't like, someone else might like. I'm just saying. I make stuff not all the time, but there's times that, like, I might not like something, whether it be like the color scheme or just like the whole like pattern, because I make it up as I go. So sometimes I just don't like the way it looks. and it's usually the first stuff to sell, the stuff that I don't like. So like, don't really listen to yourself, because it might not be as bad as you think. But yeah, I mean, you have to like take some time and learn how to use your dotting tools and kind of figure out like the paint ratio, you know. Paper is really hard to dot on. I don't recommend it. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Just remember, if you're dotting on glass, it's great for practice. But if you're, intending to use it, make sure that you're using the right paint. Because you can't just use the paint that I use, the Deco Art Americana. Those aren't made for glass, meaning you can scratch it off, but it's fine to practice on. Obviously, that's what I did, although I didn't know any better. But obviously I never sold any of that, so it didn't matter in the end, but I didn't know that going into it. But yeah, your paints really matter, and there's just going to be little things that you teach yourself along the way that will help you in the future. I mean, I'm completely self-taught, like 100%. I didn't watch YouTube videos. I really didn't like follow like anybody on here. And if I did, I wasn't like religiously watching them and learning much from them. But yeah, a lot of it was trial and error for me. I went through a few different paint brands before I figured out like what brand I liked the best. I went through a bunch of different surfaces. I started on like plates and stuff. Like I basically just went to Goodwill and I bought, flat round things. And then I started to do like little magnets, which looking back was probably like not a good idea, because I mean, when you're starting out, the last thing you should do is try and paint small, like you're not ready for that. You gotta get the basics down. But anyways, I did a bunch of like magnets. And then I kind of started painting like wooden pieces. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got these really big like paw prints. That was like my thing for a while. Like a handful of people like knew me as the person who like did like the paw prints. I really don't do them anymore. Maybe I should. Ooh, I should have went to Hobby Lobby today. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. We should like bring back the paw print and like, because I think I still have my original paw print. So maybe I should, maybe we should do that one of these. Okay, I'm thinking of too many things. Like we still have to paint that gnome as well. Whatever, that's just a thought. But yeah, really just take your time, practice as much as you can, not everybody has the time that I did, like this is what I do for a living now. And when I was learning, I was laid off from my job at the time. So like I had all the time in the world. I could paint all day long if I wanted to. Oh yeah, I got one of those paw prints too. I made it for my friend's mom. But yeah, you could paint along with me. But yeah, like I had all the time in the world, where not everybody has the time that I did. So, I've had like many, many hours per day to paint. So I think that maybe I potentially kind of got a little bit further along in less time, just because I had the time to dedicate to it. Whereas like not everybody does, So just give yourself some time. Please don't give up. Please, 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 please. Please don't give up. Even if it's like a day, even if it's like, an hour or half hour a day, it's really like calming. It chills you out, I think it's really special. It's a great way to kind of just, calm your mind. It's very meditative. Gross. Paint just made a funny noise. So I'm just trying to lighten up this color just a tad, because she gets a little bit lighter as she goes down her face. So we're just getting a little bit of a lighter color here. Not much lighter, but a little lighter. I'm going to be painting a gnome here in a few weeks. Once it gets a little bit closer to like Easter, we'll paint the gnome. trying to like, she has some like white too, so. Yeah, the relaxation part of it. Yeah, don't let yourself get too frustrated. I mean, you'll get there eventually. It is really hard though when you like just you want to create something good and you're trying so hard, but like no matter what it seems like that you're doing, like you're just not getting like what you want out of it. I totally understand. I've been there. I literally almost quit dotting. I remember talking to my fiance and being like, I don't think that this is for me. I think that I should do something else. And he was like, no, you're not doing that. You just spent the last month like freaking painting all day long. You're not giving up that easily. Like, don't you freaking dare. So I didn't. And here I am today. It's gonna look a little weird, but I promise we'll blend the dots. So I guess I'll work on one side first. Blend the dots, we'll try. Yeah, don't focus on your mistakes. We'll try. Yeah, don't focus on your mistakes. Focus on your technique. Honestly, oh my god, I almost missed my chair. Are you trying to do mandalas or are you trying to just dot like this? Because doing it this way, I just got paint all over my pants. Hold on. Un momento. Doing it this way is really helpful when you're just learning because it teaches you kind of like how to not, sorry, I'm like wiping paint off my floor. It teaches you how to get like decent dots, but also keep them from like running together at the same time, if that makes sense, you know? So I recommend this way. I know. It like slipped out of my hands and just right onto my leggings. Good thing I wasn't wearing my new hoodie because I got like this brand new hoodie and I was cold and I thought about wearing it. And then I was like, no, don't do that, Jenna, because you're gonna get it all over you. But yeah. You collect crafts like you're, right? Oh god, I can't get this open. I really wanted to pick up scrapbooking for a while. That was like another thing that I really liked, but I've kind of just decided that it's gonna be dot art or nothing. Because if I try to do a bunch of other stuff, it just wouldn't. I'm hoping that I lightened up this black. I added some gray to it. I'm hoping that I lightened it up just enough to where like when it dries you can see it a little bit more, because it all is fine and dandy until I put resin on it, and then once you put resin on it, it all disappears. So this black that's like around her eyes, it's not really going to be black with paint. It's going to be like a dark gray black. So I'm hoping that that's light enough, but I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, my friend picked up that hobby of like the metal stamping, and then she like stopped doing it and never touched it again. But I have so much like random craft stuff that I like tie in with dot art. But I kind of set a rule for myself. If I can't do dot art alongside it somehow, then I'm not picking up, you know, that craft. basically. That's how I keep myself from overloading my craft area and spending too much money. The inventory part is hard because you can like make as much as you want, but you know, it'll just sit there. That's what happened with like all the earrings that I made. Like I made a bunch of earrings last year, like so many earrings. And I have so many because I mean, not everybody wears earrings, and you know, not everybody wears like the dangly earrings either, which is what, you know, I made mostly because that's, you know, they were big enough to paint on. Thanks. I'm hoping once I get this whole side of the face done, it's really gonna pull it together because I'm trying to like not blend because I'm not blending the paint, but I'm trying to blend the dots up into itself a little bit more. But that'll be more apparent once I start adding more of like the tiny dots. Oh yeah, crocheting is something that I would love to do. I just don't. Oh yeah. Hey, connect with Lisa. She crochets and knits, and she's been making these little animals and like figurines. We go back and forth on Instagram, and we're always sending each other pictures of like what we're working on. And she's been working on a bunch of little knitted things, and they just look so cute. Yeah, I have a bunch of Halloween earrings. I don't have as many Christmas earrings because at least this year I kind of was like, I'm not making earrings, not for shows. So I have earrings for like every other thing, not as much Christmas. Lots of Halloween, lots of like spring, Easter, although hopefully my Easter earrings sell because I make peep earrings and like they were popular last year, so hopefully they're popular again. But, you know. Anyways. The place that, yeah, they have like pretty much any animal or breed that you can think of. Your toxic trait is thinking, you know what? Okay, so even if you don't think that you can do this, do you do resin art? You know, like you don't even have to dot if you don't want to. They would look so cool if you did like a beach kind of scene with the resin, or you could just flat out like just paint it and have fun with it. You know? I mean, at the end of the day, you can do this. You just need to practice. That's all. 'Cause I couldn't do it when I first started. I just spent a lot of time practicing. Yeah, my handwriting isn't that great either. Hey, thanks. Well, I didn't catch up. You bought a baby Yoda from Lisa? Yeah. Sweet. No, so I'm going to Walmart tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't know. You know, money's just tight and like I don't need it, but I want it. So I don't know. We'll see. I kind of have to go through like my like Easter decor, you know, because that's when I'd put it out. You know, I'd put it out. It wouldn't be out year round. It would just be out around like Easter time. So I need to go through. I know I have like a chick shaped pillow, and I thought I had a peep one, but I don't know. I have to find it. I need to make sure that I have the room for it, you know. I really want it though. I wouldn't get like the biggest one, but I would get like the $24 one. I can't remember what size it is, but it's like blue and green tie-dye. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. Yeah, try the cluster dots. It might really, really help you with your like spacing. And then everything else kind of like falls into it, right? You learn what size tool makes what dot from this method. You learn how to like get your dots as close together without letting them run together. I mean, every once in a while they might bleed together, but it really helps you kind of just practice. And you can be a little bit more creative. You're not confined to like a mandala type pattern, because when you start adding in all the swooshes and, you know, the symmetry of like a mandala, like that makes it really, really hard, especially when you're first starting out. Like you're just adding to, you know, the stress of trying to learn how to do this, you know? So personally, I think that there are more important aspects of just dotting that one should learn before they start to mandala, if that makes sense. No, I've done canvas paintings. I prefer wood just because I can get a bunch of different shapes. And I don't like feel confined to like one shape. But I've done canvases as well. I painted on metal. I painted on a bunch of different things, but I always just seem to go back to wood. Always, always. I know, right? I hope I do her some justice. It's really hard getting the colorations right, you know, with dots. So I'm like trying my best to kind of eventually like blend some colors up into here. And like downwards as well. But I mean, as long as it looks similar, I think that's what's important. Obviously, there's really only so much detail you can do with like dots, you know. Hey, Tammy. Someone tagged me in something on Instagram where like this person was embroidering names on like little Peeps plush. Someone tagged me in it, and I was like, yeah, no, like I cannot. I mean, I want it, but I was like, please no, like I don't need an embroidered Peep. Like if like I would literally get one for me and Scott. And I looked at it because I was like considering it, but they were like this big, and I was like, wow, the picture makes them look much bigger. Like, no thanks. But so if anybody embroiders, I'm thinking about getting personalized Peeps for me and Scott. Thinking about it. So, you know, just so you know. I made some Peep, like, wooden little things last year for tiered trays. So maybe I'll make some more this year. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like I still need to lighten up that black just a tad. So we'll add some light gray to it. It'd be cool if I open this paint bottle first. Oh yeah, I my mom taught me to cross stitch when I was younger, and that was a lot of fun. Do I remember how? No, but it was really fun whenever I did it. Thank you. Just keep going over these, but that's all right. I just want to make sure, you know, this shows up whenever I put the resin on it. Oh. You know, I'm gonna sound very not adult, but I don't have like an iron at all. Or anything that would like work really well for like heat transfer. It's just like one of those things that like I don't need, you know? So I don't have it. Hey, thanks. This dog is named Jojo. She's a pitty mix. So this is a custom for someone. I don't think that she's on here today. That's okay. She was on here yesterday. Maybe she'll pop in a little bit later. Hey Sharon, when you coming home? I lost track. I was kind of keeping track, but then my weeks kind of got ahead of me and I just forget what week we're on. But when you coming home, I want to make sure that I ship your dachshund out so that you can get it like as soon as you get home. Oh, that's smart. A mini iron from Amazon. I guess sometimes you can get lucky and find... That was stupid. Hold on. Siri just, for some reason, thought I was talking to her. I don't even know what I was just saying, because Siri just interrupted me. March 6th. Okay, cool. Cool. So this is kind of how I'm like blending my dots a little bit. So some of my eyes I just get from Amazon. So like the eyes for the like the reptiles and stuff. These eyes are a little different. So I found a shop on Etsy and like they're a little pricey. I mean they're like handmade. So I mean they're not like I can get way more bulk eyes, you know, like from like Etsy or from like Amazon, you know, versus like these ones. But when you're looking for like specialty colors or shapes or whatever, like I go to this person on Etsy. I'm trying to think of their name. Hold on, I can look it up. But they make all kinds of cool eyeballs, which actually I meant to look it up anyways, because someone was asking me if I could get eyes in certain colors. No. I'm gonna just see my purchase history, it's fine. Nope, that's not it. They're called NYX Creations on Etsy, and they have a ton of like cool eyes of all, like they have octopus eyes, which I use when I do octopi or octopus, but they have like a bunch of different colors and shapes and stuff, like literally so many different colors and shapes. So I'm scrolling right now because I was looking for eyes for someone, but and like even some of these like aren't really eyes. But yeah, NYX Creations on Etsy is where I get some if I'm looking for like specific eyeballs. Yeah, Emmy was asking. If I'm looking for like specific colors or like, you know, pupil looking shapes. Oh God. I'll go here. But like they're a little expensive. So like obviously you have to know the size that you want. And so like they'll sell them singles. And they'll do doubles, but obviously like I think I got 20 millimeters or maybe 25. I have to double check for these ones. These ones are really big, but typically I do 10 or 12. millimeters, which it's not that expensive, I guess. But I mean, when you can pay $9 and get like 25 or 50 pairs on Amazon, like these are kind of expensive. But these have like really different eyeballs. So she wanted like blue and green for a dog. I'm sure you could make me some too, but that's probably going to cost extra. But yeah, so this is like the Etsy shop I'll go to if I can't find what I need. Hey, look, a frog eye. Interesting. I like my frog eyes better though. Anyways, I'll look later. We don't need to look for those eyeballs now. You're welcome. Here, I'll let you screenshot the shop. How about that? Nope. Hold on. Nick's Creations. On Etsy. Otherwise, you can just like look up like cabochons or however the heck you say that on Amazon. You can find some at the craft store too, but Amazon tends to have like a little bit like more variety in sizes, you know. Like Michael's has them, but they only have one size. So, yeah. So right now I'm just kind of like blending my dots upwards to kind of make the color look like it's just kind of going into itself, you know? I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but that's how I do it. So I'm going over some of the dots that I already dotted, just like in a lighter color, you know? Ooh, there was a paint booger. That would have been bad. Kind of trying to blend into this black gray color as well. Sort of. It's hard, like it I was trying my best. I don't know if I like it. Like, I think I'm going to adjust the way it looks. But this is, like, the picture that I have. So it has, like, that little kind of heart-looking thing, but then it has a little bit of it going this way. So, yeah, I was trying to get, like, the eyes, like, similar. They definitely look better than if I were to try and paint them, that's for sure. So yeah, I think I'm gonna adjust it a little bit because that's like the only thing that isn't dotted. So I might kind of color over it and try and, you know, try and kind of fix that a little bit. But I'll get to it eventually. That'll be kind of like my finishing touches, I think. I'm gonna try and get most of the coloration on it first. And I think her nose is kind of like, it's not all like black either, so that's gonna be, I'll have to mix a little bit of colors for that too. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a marking that needs to be on there because that's like a special marking that this dog has. So it needs to be on there in some way, shape, or form. I just gotta get it to where like I really like the way it looks. I'm gonna be really picky with this one because I've never done a pet portrait. I guess you can call this a pet portrait before. Yeah, I've never done a pet portrait before. So because this is my first one, I'm being like extra critical of the way that it looks, like extra critical, because I mean, I've told her, and you guys heard it too, like this is something that put me out of my comfort zone. Because like I don't know, this isn't something I would normally do. The style is obviously, but making it look like an actual like real life pet is not in my forte. So yeah, I'm being extra critical with this one to make sure it looks like as close as possible to the real pupper. I know. But that was like, you know, I knew what I was doing for it. I just knew it was going to take a really freaking long time. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I need to make more of this color.
It's a game changer, and I'll tell you why. I use my finger, and in 4 seconds I click the erase. My name is Jesse, with the Google Pixel.
Sheesh, there's a dog outside going freaking nutso. I get most of my extreme glitter from Walmart. I think I've actually gotten all of it from Walmart, to be honest. My Walmart had a ton of them. And I know that there's other places. I feel like I've gotten it at other places. I just don't remember. I don't remember where. So I'll have to look next time I go to the craft store to see if you can get it elsewhere. No, wait, no, they didn't have it at Joann Fabrics. I don't think they have it at Joann Fabrics. They might have it at like Michael's. But yeah, they are meant to be broken out of. That is true. If I don't break out of my comfort zones, then I'm never gonna like, you know, get any further with my art. You guys are just gonna see the same thing over and over and over again. Halfway there. We got a half hour left in this live, you guys. So we might get pretty far in this, actually. Oh, paint booger. No, thank you. Not today. Not today. Thanks. Oh, yes. Very nice. I went to Dollar Tree today. Not the one near my apartment, but a different one. And I saw some more of those, like, cube things for my paint. And I thought about buying them, but I was like, no, I have enough space. No, I only have room for, like, 5 more bottles of paint or something. So need to buy more. But I don't really have the room. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm running out of space in front of me. I'm gonna have to like redo my desk setup a little bit if I'm gonna try and add more little color areas, color paint boxes, whatever they're called. My makeshift paint shelving. Oh, very nice. Are those like, is that like one of those, it doesn't have like a lid or anything, like, but you put like scrapbook paper in? Is that what that is? Honestly, you might have better luck ordering because, I mean, I don't know how many bottles of paint that you have, but I mean, how many do I have? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. I have 64 right now. How much comes in a case? 25, I think. So like, you know, it would have been better if I just bought them by a case, honestly. Like, it would have been easier for me because I definitely have a lot. But the extreme glitter, yeah. So my dark blue glitter one is this one. It has like, it's blue, like the stuff, it dries like a clear blue or like a translucent blue, but you'll also see the glitter poke through. So I got this one at Walmart. It's called Robin's Egg Blue, but it definitely dries a lot darker than that for sure. But yeah, I got that one at Walmart. Plexi drawers. Oh, cool. So they are drawers. Oh, I see it now. Very nice. So you're gonna need paint. My favorite paint is DecoArt Americana. It's just your basic like acrylic paint. It's not like, you know, generic or anything, like it's an actual brand. I think that is the best for dot art. You know, everybody has their own opinion, but I would at least recommend that. I would not recommend like buying Apple Barrel or like cheap paint from like the dollar store or like generic brands. Like Top Notch is generic from Joann Fabrics and, you know, stuff like that. So I would like actually recommend like a branded paint. So DecoArt Americana, you can get it for 99 cents at Hobby Lobby. Otherwise they're like $1.20 something or $1.30 something. So they're not like that expensive. But yeah, DecoArt Americana, I would recommend. You don't have to get yourself a pair of dotting tools, but it probably will make your life a little bit easier. But you can just use like stuff around your house, like toothpicks and chopsticks and like the ends of markers and, you know, things like that until you like, you know, decide to get dotting tools. But like dotting tools aren't that expensive. I actually sell like a beginner dotting like toolkit on my website for like $30, and it has 3 full sets of tools and like some other like single tools and, you know, helpful things that I use on a daily basis. So a really good price for all of that. But I also sell like single packs of tools as well, so you don't have to like go all in. But yeah, so you want to get yourself like some sort of tools or not. I mean, you can wait on that until you decide if you really like it. And you want to get yourself some good paint and something flat. something flat to work on. I wouldn't recommend anything that's like hard to hold, something that just sits flat on your table. So whether it be like a wooden shape or, you know, just like a canvas, you can get a bunch of canvases from Dollar Tree and like wooden blanks from Dollar Tree that are like good practice things. Wouldn't recommend using those if you're planning on selling it, but if you're just like painting stuff for practice or painting it for you, like Dollar Tree stuff is like totally fine. But yeah, so something flat. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't go like too big immediately, you know. This is like an 8-inch size, so it's not too large, but I wouldn't do any bigger than this to start with. Hey Shane, thank you. Hello, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Oh yeah, you're here. Still working on this. We'll get there, but still working on it. Trying to kind of blend the colors a little bit, because I know she gets a little bit lighter, you know, around her like nose area, so I didn't want to add white though. Like I thought white would be a little too much. So I just lightened up the color just a little bit. She's looking so good. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? I wait at least a day or two. Like, say I finished this tonight, I would not probably put resin on it. I probably would, you know, I could do it tomorrow morning if I wanted to, because these don't take that long to dry. I mean, acrylic paints dry really, like, pretty fast. Like, they're not like an oil paint or anything like that. Most of the time, like, it dries within an hour or two, like, to, like, touch so that I can just, like, rub my hand over it. So I probably wouldn't do it tonight if it was done. It's not going to be done tonight. But I would do like tomorrow, like probably afternoon if I really wanted to push it. I could do it in the morning and it would probably be fine, but like just in case, you know, I would give it an extra day or so. But yeah, they dry really fast. Thanks so much. Oh no, well at least are they paying you more? Because if they're paying you more, you know, money's good. I mean, I bet you're tired, though. I bet you're tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because if it's not all the way dry and you use, like, a spray sealant, it might crack. So I always recommend at least a day or two after. You're probably fine within a day after you're done, but just to be extra safe, you know. And it all depends on like how thick your dot is. So like with this one, I'm not doing top dots, which is just like another color on top of the dot that I've already put on, because that'll make it a lot thicker. But these dots are really flat, so and there's only like one layer. So like I wouldn't be worried about putting a spray sealant over this tomorrow if I was going to do a spray sealant, but this one's going to get resin. But yeah, I mean, I use like a glossy spray sealant for a while. That was like my main way to seal things. And then I just kind of really got into resin. So like that's what I do for most of my stuff now. But yeah. Oh geez, 100. Yikes, that sounds not very fun, that's for sure. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Strength of it and how long it runs for, and the kind of ingredients to pick from and all the
We might get almost all the way through it in the next 20 minutes. I can't guarantee we'll finish the nose, but we'll get pretty close. Yes. So even if you buy wood from somewhere that says that it's like pre-sanded and whatnot, I always recommend sanding the wood. And I just use like sandpaper. I don't have like a anything fancy. I'll just use sandpaper. So I'll, give it a nice good sanding, make it like even smoother. Because even if you think it looks okay, chances are like it could use some sanding. I've definitely made that mistake before, and I'm like, no, it looks fine. And then I prep it and I go to paint it, and I'm like, I wish I sanded it. So definitely like give it a nice like rub with some sandpaper all over. And then, brush off all the dust. And then I do 2 coats of just the black acrylic paint. And the reason I do just acrylic paint is because it's a matte black. And so there's no like, glare from the light. That's just personal preference. I don't like the glare that like a multi-surface black will give you. Or like a satin paint would give you. It just catches the light and just plays with my eyeballs, and I don't like it. But yeah, I just use a regular black acrylic paint. You can use gesso, which is like basically a thick kind of paint substance. People will use that on canvases or like a surface that has texture to kind of smooth it out a little bit. I'm really big on not having to buy extra products. That's just personal opinion. It's why I don't usually like mix my paints either, because if I'm spending money on paint, I don't want to have to make it, spend more money on it. So I'm really big on finding like alternative things to having to buy gesso or, whatnot. So, but you can buy gesso. That'll help smooth out like wood or canvas and stuff like that as well. But for me, just a nice good sanding and, 2 coats of acrylic paint. I just paint it on with a paintbrush and let it dry is enough for me. So that's how I prep these wooden pieces. And if you have like an actual sander, that's probably a plus, but just sandpaper works for me. So it doesn't look like it, but this paint has a gold shift, so it actually does have the black. I think that I'm gonna probably like do a little bit, but I don't know. Not too much, because I don't want her to look like she has a black eye. But yeah, I don't own gesso. I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I don't. But it's I think you can get it in called Liquitex. That's like the brand. I'm pretty sure they have a gesso. Let me look. I don't believe I have any though. I would be surprised if I did, honestly. No, but basically it's just like a thick paint. Yeah, we have some fans of the gesso in here. I'm just, I try and spend my money on other things. Not that it's really that expensive, but I haven't personally needed it yet. So that's all. I'll do a little bit of the black, but not too much. I might decide to use this black instead of like this color shifting black. That's probably going to be one of those decisions that I make eventually. Let me see. My screen went black. She has like some light tan, so I was thinking about doing like top dots, like, 'cause it's kind of like her little eyebrows, it looks like. So I was probably gonna do like maybe some lighter tan top dots up here, but that's all gonna be like the end part, you know, whenever I'm just doing like the finishing touches, I think, because I have to mix a bunch of colors, I think, to really get it to blend well, and that's probably gonna take some time. That is true, yeah. I think it's just the way that this is reflecting, because it has like a little bit of like that kind of gold to it, if that makes sense.
Febreze carpet clips work differently. Febreze gives you consistent freshness that starts just right and stays just right for 40 days. Upgrade to Febreze Car.
Thanks. They're like the glass cabochons. I never know how to say that word, but cabochons. Good. Good. No, I painted it. I painted them because I just thought they looked weird, just kind of fully open. So I just took like the color shifting paint that I used to kind of like line the eyes with, to give her like the eyeliner kind of look. And I just kind of just drew it on, painted it on. And like if I did it like too much or too high, I could just take like a toothpick and just kind of scrape it into the shape that I need. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, so here's what it looked like before I painted it. Hold on. So, I just kind of felt like they kind of stared into your soul a little bit too much. So I decided to kind of paint over them a little bit. And then I kind of was like, well, if I don't like the way they look painted over, I can always take it off at the end. So I wanted to get the rest of it painted and kind of just like really look at it, you know, and make my decision on whether or not this needs adjusted. Because I don't want her to look sleepy, but I also don't want her to look creepy, if that makes sense. The first picture was really funny that I sent, though, because I was kind of playing around with the placement of the eyes, and I like sent her a picture, and then I was like, oh wait, those look friggin' weird. That makes her look like dumb. Like, here's the first picture I sent. And my sister was like, I think you need to move the eyes. They're a little too close in the middle. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I need to like move it. So then I moved them over. But, you know, it's fine. Right, yeah, I don't want her to look surprised. What time is it? 7:48. Okay. She got kind of like a pinky brown nose. Is that kind of the color? Got pinky brown nose. Where did my black pen go? And this will go away if I don't wind up liking the way it looks. So I'm just kind of sketching myself a little bit of a, I don't like that. Nope. So we're gonna do something else. I'm just trying to sketch it out so that I get the colors right. That's all. So it looks like she has kind of like a pinky brown sort of nose. So I'm going to add like a pink. Oh, good. I'm glad. I was hoping that you liked it that way. Add a little bit of like a pink to this brown. Maybe. Yeah, on the tip. Cool. So like, it's like blackish here. It kind of goes like this. So like this part is kind of like a black. And then this part would be kind of like the tip of her nose. Again, this black won't stay. Once it dries, you won't be able to see it. But I can see it, but you won't be able to see it. We'll play around with it. Don't use the paint pens if you're gonna spray seal it. They're fine to use the paint pens if you're gonna use resin, but in my experience, using a paint pen and then using like a varnish does not work very well. It depends on what kind of dog that you have. Because I'm not able to get like face shapes in every single dog breed. There's just a few that I've been able to find. So, you know, it just depends on your dog. Obviously, I can get like a pit bull. I think no, patio paints are not good to use with a spray sealant either. Those are not made to be sealed. So they'll start to lift around the edges. So like, did you see my, what's it called? The Elements, canvases that I did that I messed up on and how they were kind of starting to lift up a little bit. I used the white patio paint and then realized that I should not have done that. Oh yeah, this is a pity mix as well, so. Yeah, I sure can. Yeah. The hard canvas ones, yeah.
I took a really cute photo at home one time, and I got like a little piece of the kitchen counter fumbled. But with the magic eraser, you can just make a little circle on that dent, and it'll erase. My name is Sheena, and I have a Google Pixel.
This won't be as harsh of a line once I start adding that kind of like dark gray black color. It is almost, I know, right? Yeah, absolutely. I sure can. You too. Have a good night at work. We're going to be getting off here, guys, in about 5 minutes, so prepare yourself. But I will be on tomorrow. So probably gonna be doing like the finishing touch on this doggy tomorrow, the finishing touches, and then potentially working on another custom. It just depends on, you know, if it arrives in time for me to like prep and get ready to paint tomorrow. But if it's not here tomorrow, we will be doing some like keychains and badge reels and finishing up the butterfly as well. Did you pay me? I don't think you didn't pay for the stickers already. I don't think so. Just whenever, you know, we do all of that. You know, or I could just make you like a listing on my website and just add some extra money. Like you could just buy the keychain by itself, but, you know, I'll adjust the price so that it's, you know, the key or the stickers, you know, are covered in that price, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, we painted a butterfly, or we started painting a butterfly the other day. This was like a funsy type of thing. And then, you know, I got custom orders, so this got put on hold for a little bit, and I said that we would start working on it again once I didn't have, you know, customs to do. I think I might change this to kind of gray. I don't know, I'll have to see the way that it dries, but I might make this gray. I don't know, though. Anyways. We did it! Yay! So yeah, guys, I'll just, you know, the typical last couple minutes. I'll be on again tomorrow around like 2-ish. So like if I probably won't finish this tonight. I don't know, I might. It depends. So potentially like, you know, finishing touches on this to start with tomorrow. We'll do the lizard dragon custom order that is up next, as long as it's here, because that depends. We'll do that if it's here, or we will do the butterfly, and when we finish the butterfly, if we still have time, we'll work on like keychains and badge reels. Yeah, I made some keychains and badge reels, blanks. I mean, I'm calling it a daisy, but sunflower and daisy kind of design. So making these into keychains and badge reels. It's not quite a daisy, but to me, it's a daisy to me, you know. I'll be on around 2 Eastern Standard Time. Wednesdays are my long live days. So, you know, we're usually on for a good at least 4 hours or so, I would say. I feel like it's usually about a 4-hour live, sometimes more if I'm feeling up to it. But yeah, we don't have quite as much of a time restraint on on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays are my big live days. So we'll probably work on a couple different things tomorrow. But it was fun tonight, you guys. Thank you for hanging out and watching me pretty much almost complete this. And we'll finish this up tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be the first thing that we do tomorrow. We'll finish up Miss JoJo girl. But yeah. Oh no, you're fine. No worries. Yeah, get all your questions. No, I'm kidding. I'll answer them. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, what are you, 3 hours behind me right now? So, 2 p.m. for me, Eastern Standard Time is when I'll be on again. But thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be safe and yeah, goodbye.